Why do prison rehabilitation programs fail to prevent crime? Imagine trying to fix a broken machine with a tiny screwdriver. Sometimes the tools just aren't enough to make a real difference. That's similar to why prison rehabilitation programs often don't stop people from reoffending. These programs are meant to help inmates change their ways, but many times they fall short. One reason is that they only lead to small drops in reoffending rates, often around 10%. That might sound good, but most offenders still go back to crime. And sometimes, programs even seem to make reoffending worse. A big problem is that many programs focus only on what happens inside the prison. They use therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps people understand their thoughts and feelings. But these therapies don't always help with what happens after they leave. When inmates get out, they face tough challenges like finding a job, stable housing, and dealing with social stigma. If these issues aren't addressed, even the best therapy can't stop someone from returning to crime. Another issue is how programs are run and measured. Many correctional systems don't have clear ways to see if inmates are really benefiting. Sometimes, they count someone as having completed a program after just a few days or sessions. That doesn't mean the person learned anything or changed their behavior. Without good data, it's hard to improve these programs or know what really works. Plus, the environment outside prison plays a big role. Poverty, lack of job opportunities, and unstable homes make it easier for people to fall back into old habits. Even if a program inside the prison is successful, these outside factors can undo those gains once someone is back in the community. Some research shows that incarceration itself can have a deterrent effect. When people are in prison, they might be less likely to commit crimes because they have access to job training and skills. But that's separate from the success of rehabilitation programs. It doesn't mean these programs alone are enough to prevent crime long-term. In short, prison rehabilitation programs often don't prevent crime because they only produce small improvements, don't fully address life outside prison, and lack proper ways to measure success. They also face the challenge of social and economic barriers that make it hard for offenders to stay on the right path after they leave. To really cut down on crime, we need to combine good prison programs with strong community support that helps people rebuild their lives.